This organization just keeps becoming more of a joke year after year after year. So they're done with Russell Wilson. That seems pretty clear. They're benching him for the last 2 games, even though they mathematically still have a chance at making the playoffs, even if it's like 4% or 6%, whatever it may be. That loss to New England really screwed their playoff chances significantly. I think if they beat New England, they would have had a 42% chance of making the playoffs. Now it's done. Russell Wilson was never the problem in Denver. Their bottom 5 defense and their paper thin offensive line has been the problem. Okay? So I really don't understand the logic here. Russ has been putting up good numbers. Okay? I think I have the numbers right here of the 2023 season. 3,070 passing yards, 26 passing touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and a 66% completion rate. 104 QBR. Now, considering what he's been working with, people talk about how Russ, he can't cook, or, he you don't want Russ in the kitchen. Well, Russ is trying to cook filet mignon out of a steaming pile of dog shit. Okay, he's trying to do what he can based off of what he's working with, so I really a lot of people are saying, yes, Russ is not the problem, but he's not the solution. Okay, but Sean Payton is. Sean Payton is the sole reason why Denver lost to New England. Okay? And as a Bills fan, I can confidently say that. We lost to New England. I think Denver actually looked, in some ways, they looked better than we did against the Patriots, but when you're, certain things that make no sense, okay? That fumble on the kickoff, that definitely cost the game, but another thing is, their first drive, right? Denver's first drive against New England, instead of fucking kicking a field goal when you're, 20 yards away from the end zone, we're going to go for it on 4th down. What? That's something you do when your team is down bad and you pretty much have no chance, mathematically, of winning the game by just kicking a 3-point field goal. You got to go all in and get a touchdown. That's what you do when you're a touchdown behind. This is when the game was literally 0-0. Going for it on 4th down. If they just kicked the fucking field goal, the game would have at least went to overtime, and they would have been, they would have probably been able to win that game. So, everything I saw in that game, the game that ultimately cost Russell Wilson his job in Denver, I'm seeing this game, and I'm not seeing Russ doing anything particularly wrong, but I'm seeing a lot of bad coaching. So it's Russ is not the problem, but he's not the solution. So what is your solution? Jarrett Stidham? He's your solution? Okay. I mean, maybe he's not. He's a somewhat decent backup quarterback. No, but he's not the solution. So then who else is your solution? Justin Fields? Some other quarterback on the market? You're eating $40 million in dead cap. For what? You're going to build your entire team around your, number 12, number 13 draft pick? If Russ is... Okay, so people keep saying that he's not the solution. Then who the fuck is? Seriously, who is your solution in Denver? I can tell you who it's not. Sean Payton. It's definitely not Sean Payton. It's you got to build up your O-line. You got to build up that defense is horrendous. The same defense that put up 70 points against Miami. Okay? I don't want to hear that. I don't care if fucking Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are on that team. They're not winning their division. Never mind making the fucking AFC Championship or the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I'm not trying to even say that Russell Wilson is, on the same level as Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen, but if we're going to be real, you can be the most elite quarterback. Quarterback is the most important position in the league, but it is not the only position that matters. Like, people act like instead of quarterback being like 70% of what makes a good team, people always act like it's 100% all the time. And it doesn't matter what situation like the overall team is in. It doesn't matter how bad the defense is playing. It doesn't matter how bad the rest of the O-line is, where Russ is constantly under pressure. It doesn't matter. If Russ can't fucking turn chicken shit into chicken salad every single time and carry the entire team on his back, then he's a bad quarterback. This team, I feel bad for Broncos fans. I really do. Like, the Raiders did the same shit to Derek Carr last year, but considering what he's been doing in New Orleans, I mean, I don't really think that they could do any worse. I'm not even saying Denver can do much worse, except you still have to eat at least $40 million in dead money. And I understand they're doing it so they don't have to eat like another $40 million in 2025, but I really don't see how you're going to do any better even in the 2025 season. This Denver.